I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shoot N Plink. Today we're going to be doing a comparison that was actually suggested by the readers of the Shoot N Plink column and also one of the viewers. They had some questions, and this is going to be kind of a combined comparison because they were so similar. The one person asked, in fact I had two people ask this, how does a Seurity 9 compare to a Seurity 9? I thought, what? Well, what they were talking about is they said they heard that the guns are quite different when you shoot them. That's true with about all guns. You're going to have some difference out of one gun to the other. It's just the nature of them. But they felt, I guess, that there was more difference in a Seurity 9. I really don't know. So what I did is I acquired two more Seurity 9s off a gun broker. And so I thought, well, what we're going to do is compare those. I've got three of them. The one that I carry, and then those two. Plus, another question that was asked is, how does the PC Carbine, which we did a review on, in fact, we've done reviews on all of these, how does that compare to the Seurity 9? We're just going to have to shoot them at the same distance. And what I've decided to do, in fact, I've already got the one that I carry loaded. It's got a 15 round magazine. It's got one in the chamber, so there's 16 rounds in all. We're going to, in order to make this as close as possible to a comparison, we're going to use the same magazine and the same ammo in every gun, and we're going to shoot 4 rounds. There's 16. We're going to be shooting 4 guns. We're going to shoot 4 rounds each and see how that's enough to compare them, really. And those two guns, those other two Seurity 9s, I have never fired. So, but they are cleaned. I've cleaned them good. I've done everything that you should do, or lubed them up, put my gun protect in them. The same with this. They're ready to go that way. So that's how we're going to shoot them. Now, the ammunition I'm going to use, and it's probably going to shock some of you, I'm going to use Wolf. Right there, you can see. It's the steel casing. I know what you're going to say. Well, it's a good one to compare it with, because how they perform with Wolf is going to show how they do otherwise. I have not had any problems with the Wolf. Some people have. I haven't. I've had some people say, well, it goes bang. Yeah, well, it does go bang. And like I said, I really haven't had that much trouble, and hopefully I won't today. But we're going to fire all 4 of them, and we're going to fire them from the same distance. The longest main qualifying distance, I should say, because normally if you're qualifying for your CCW, you're shooting at 5, 7, and 10 yards. I know some go back 25, but we're not doing that. We're going to go to 10, which is usually the max that you're going to be using a CCW anyway. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire every one of them at 10 rounds. I think you can see the target back there. 10 yards, I should say. I think you can see the target right in there. And like I said, it's going to be 4 rounds to each one. I'm going to start up at the corner. Then I'm going to move over here to this one, and then down to that one, and finally the PC Carbine is going to be fired at that bottom one. And I got them all here. The ones of you that haven't seen a PC Carbine, this is it right here. We've done a review. You can check that out. That's also on this channel. Hopefully I didn't bang the sight too. I just dropped that thing on a sight. That ought to be good, because it was doing real good. And then the other two I've got are right in here, which we'll pull those out in a bit. But we're going to fire this one first. So let's start shooting. I'll get my ear protection on. I already got my eye protection, and we'll see how this works. Okay, I'm standing right behind you here. Take the safety off, and we'll see how this works. I hit the doggone. There we go. Okay, fired 4 rounds. Go to the next one. Okay, go to the next one. Now we'll put it into the PC Carbine. And see how she works. Take safety off. Put my sling around here. Guess I only had 2 rounds left in there. How about that? Well, what do you say I go load this thing up and then we'll check it again? I have no idea. I guess I couldn't count, but I loaded up some more rounds. The reason being, I'm not going to shoot them all again, but I am going to finish shooting the PC Carbine, and I got 4 more rounds in it for here, and I want to fire 4 more rounds with that first gun that I shot with, which is my regular one. I don't know why that was off so bad. So let's finish the, gonna fire 4 more from the PC Carbine, see how that works. Again, that's that lower right hand one. Take the safety off. Okay, now I'll take the mag out, put safety on. We're going to shoot that top left hand one again and see what it does with this. I'm wondering about this gun now. Okay, we're going to take a look at them up close now, and we'll just see how this did. This might turn out kind of interesting. This is actually quite interesting. In fact, kind of disappointing. It shows that pretty much all 3 of the Seurity 9s fired about the same. They were way out. I don't know why, unless it is that wolf ammo. Now when you come down to the PC Carbine, difference of night and day. Look at that. They're all within this area, which is good qualification. Now, I've shot much better patterns, much better with that gun, and I don't understand it. Now I've got some Remington with me, and you know, just for the heck of it, why don't we load that up and see if there's a difference with this Remington ammo, or if it is the guns. So let's load up a few rounds and see what happens. Alright, I've loaded up 15 more rounds. And this is Remington ammo. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not going to fire the PC Carbine, because you can already see that it had much better performance. Even though the ammo might be the cause. We'll just see. I really don't understand this. I've done so much better with this thing. But they definitely all did about the same way. So it could be me. I don't know, maybe my eyes are off or something. I just can't figure it out. I got it right on the target. I don't understand. Anyway, let's do some shooting and see what happens. I'm going to get my ear protection on, and then we're going to shoot. Hang on. I'll lay them down over here. And we're going to fire all 3 again, see what happens with this. This is Remington range ammo. Put the first round in, and we'll see how it works. Put about 5 rounds each. Since it's a 15-round magazine. I'm going to go with that top right one. Okay, the last one. This is going to be lower left. Yeah, there must have only been 4 rounds left. I'm starting to wonder if that magazine's loading up right. Anyway, let's get the target and see what happens. We'll take a good look at it. To me, from here, it looked like it did better, but you probably seen. Well, looking at them, the Remington really did make a difference, I think. We had much tighter areas. It would have been in the qualification area. I think my sights might need adjusted, to tell you the truth, but you can see here, like I said, we didn't even fire this again because you can see the PC Carbine was putting all of its rounds in here, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rounds. Not sure how I got, maybe that's why I was off with it. Well, I must have had some extra ones. Oh, another thing too, I found that jammed at the bottom, evidently, of that magazine, there were, I don't know how, but it seemed like there were 2 more rounds, and it flew open, so I don't know. This is all weird all together. But up here, now when I fired the Remington, I was getting in here closer, but again, it's out here. I think I'm going to have to adjust my sights so that I'm over this way. Here on this one, no, I got 2 right there, 1 there, and they were hitting much closer. That was much better pattern. This over here, same way. So I was getting within my qualification range, because qualification is about 9 inches in all around here. It's about the size of a paper plate. So I was falling within the qualification round, and if you were firing in that sort of an area, you're definitely going to do some damage. I mean, there's no doubt about that, because you are going to be hitting in that center mass area. These are very small targets, as you can tell. I use these a lot for my Henry rifles, that sort of thing, and of course it works real good for the PC Carbine, which you can see I got 2 just about direct bullseyes on that. You can see that, they're right there, right in the middle of that, so that worked out pretty good. But that kind of gives you a comparison. Really, these guns are pretty much the pistols, the Seurity 9s. I don't see a drastic difference like what I was asked about. And that was the idea of this video, is to not to say, hey, this thing's going to be dead center perfect or whatever. Do they compare as far as in the same areas? And yes, they do. And I think really my sights probably need on this one. If I brought that over here, I'd probably be doing okay, and the sights are pretty much dead on the PC Carbine. So as far as saying if the PC Carbine is better, yes, without a doubt. You can see that, and that's what the other question was, is how does that compare to the Seurity 9? Well, at 10 yards, which we were shooting, that's how it does. Now back at 25 yards, the PC Carbine's definitely going to be doing better. You can tell that already. At 7 yards, they might start equaling out at 7 yards. At 5 yards, definitely. And I don't think you're going to be using that PC Carbine at 5 yards. Maybe 7. But at that point, I'd say they should Should, if you have your sights adjusted right, they should start leveling out a little bit better. So hopefully that answers the people's questions that had it on that. Sure wish I'd have shot a lot better, that's for sure, because I have before. I'm just going to have to check that gun out. I've dropped it a few times too, which seems my normal. I don't get it. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.